this map.
Yeah, and I think we'll be seeing that. I think we'll see the stream team. It looks like they're going to be starting off T side. I think we'll see them, going to each different area to test out who's doing what. I'm sure we'll see the B rap mid to be quite a bit.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. So, and then I think probably an emphasis on long. I think that's what we'll be seeing from the stream team on their offense for the most part.
Yeah, here's the thing. For these two teams that are out of the playoffs, maybe they haven't put in a significant amount of practice time. What does that mean? You're going to want to go to as many places where you can just hit one-on-one shots as you can. So long is an easy way to do that. By the way, we're going live. United 5 faces off against the stream team on CEVO TV. I am Cotton. My partner, again, is Klops, who has been sick, but now returns in mostly good health. I'm excited to get this underway. How about you?
Very excited. And
16-13 is your call, right?
16-13, yeah, U5. Who do you give me your
Me?
prediction here, real quick?
16-15, massive quadruple overtime. Ready, set,
Okay.
go. Our splits are triple long with the stack. U5 has sent 3. Moses, TM, and Storm to receive nobody. Absolutely nobody. Paulie's just waiting outside by that blue car, making sure nobody pushes through, and the rest of the stream team is waiting in lower B, possibly to smoke Cat and go fast Cat, possibly to flash over mid and charge. Because there's nobody in B tunnels, it's hard to imagine that this is a wrap. So maybe a control mid and fall back, or XP3 just detonates Pex's head with Moses behind him in CT spawn, still trying to spam through, killed through the smoke by TM, and they're hugging! They're touching. Moses picks it up, figures it out. I'm not moving, so I should probably shoot. Picks up the kill. 1 left. Statutory 8 behind the 2 box. And also executed. U5 strong.
Yeah, very, very strong. Nice hold by the 2 members in mid. Like you said, they started off with the 3-man push over to A in case they did decide to go for a long rush, which they didn't. And then you saw the 3rd man automatically go over to B, and they essentially did kind of have that 2-1-2 setup, except they emphasized some more pressure, or more of a hold in the mid, because they expected the wrap or some type of mid to be pushed, which is exactly what the stream team did. And like you said, it was kind of odd because no one was in B tunnels, so I mean,
yeah.
They all 5 decided to try to go out mid.
All 4 this time will go to long. They'll find TM there. Maybe if they get a little gutsy, go diving for his gun. But look at their position on the minimap. They're a little bit paranoid. They think somebody's still at that corner waiting to blow up the entire push, and rightfully so, probably, but we know because we have the X-ray cheats that nobody's there. They try to get that gun. They can't reach it. Moses and XP3 are just holding them back, one at the 1 box and the other at the elevator. Drop back, long distance P250 kill will drop XP3, and this is a pretty good looking eco round. Still, at the distance they brought down XP3, they can only recover 1 rifle, which is the FAMAS that Adren picked up smartly with 81 HP. He doesn't let his weak teammates pick it. Oh no! Touchdown nade. Warden sends the long distance one and does significant damage to other members of the team. His statutory ape just barely didn't die from that long distance FAMAS battle.
It could have been so much worse because everyone over there was at such low health, but they just happened to back away at the right time.
Yeah, they smartly sent Paulie back and around. Remember, oh, Adren didn't know how low his teammate was, but probably a statutory ape's problem coming around that corner, and that bomb plant will get him just personal cash. So that wrap from Paulie kind of set the tone for that. They captured the platform because he was able to sneak up on the defender there, and they've taken away a couple of FAMASes. They won an eco round, and it's back in their favor.
It was a very good eco round. They went long quickly to pick off that 1st man at the corner, and they were successful. They were able to even push the other 2 back towards the site, and even despite that, snipe them from long with their P250 and get another kill. So I mean, that was huge in itself. And even if they would have ended the round there and lost the round, it would have been good to force his rebos. But they got the gun, and like you said, Paulie with the nice flank up Cat.
Triple Cat, statutory ape finds TM, and Adren will combine 2-2 on the trade thus far. TM, Ape, XP3, and A2Z, all victims of that flurry of engagement. The United 5 eco round looks pretty strong. I mean, really, by the way, throwing away that FAMAS is a pretty good idea, not letting anyone else have it. Paulie's just being teased right now by Warden, says, screw this, I don't like ledges, I'm charging you. Warden gets mowed down.
I don't like hitting headshots.
That's too hard, I'm just gonna run at you. He does it, he gets the kill, and though it wasn't stylish, at least it's effective. This eco round started well, and doesn't end nearly as pretty as it began. 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, if Paulie went down right there, he lived with 2 health, by the way. If he would have dropped right there, then I mean, eco round pretty successful, forcing 3 rebuys total would have been pretty good for him. And look at this, we've seen U5 do this multiple times. Very low on the cash, but they like to go for these 4 spies, and they're all picking up Thomases here, minimal nades, and they're going to try to steal around here from the stream team.
I kind of like it. It's U5's thing to buy. We've seen them do this a number of times, and they have the temperament to do it more so than other teams. But on Dust 2, I would love to see a couple of more smokes and flashes. I know it's a luxury that they can't have, but they're relying very much on the ability to surprise this round. Like TM almost got. He kind of wasted his opportunity, and the Thomas, I understand, is hard to control, but walks away with 15 HP after trading only 40 to Adren. Entire T team is controlling mid, including the bomb. They'll wait and try to get an extra pusher before they move anywhere, and that's not going to work very well if the 2 CTs get a 2-1 trade on the round thus far. With a minute 10 left, they'll have to make something up. Now, if you bunch up together and you overload a bomb site, you still have the numerical advantage, so look for them to do a 3-man B-tons push or a mid-run. Splitting up might be the wrong decision right now.
Yeah, well, Storm got the signal from A2Z that there was one in B, which basically gave them the information that they... What? I saw a knife pop out, and then Storm got headshot. So...
I don't know what I just saw, so I'm not going to call it. 2 left in the B tunnels, and they will no doubt give away their position. So as they walk into B, the CTs will already be waiting. Statutory 8 finds one, gets traded by Warden, who also tried to transfer his aim onto A2Z. It's a one-on-one, and this round is really anybody's with 25 seconds remaining. Here's the flank. Moses got there. A2Z saw his arm, and I think his eyes just glossed over him. He kind of just saw him and then just kept moving. He's like, no,
yeah,
nobody's there.
Yeah, Moses kind of like peeked out, and even Moses was a little like, oh, that's him. And they both kind of had that moment like, yes, we saw him, and then we got a turn, but Moses was just quicker on the draw. But I mean, you know, that we saw that buy round right there pay off huge. I mean, they forced good trades right there. You know, we saw a 2-for-1 come out early from U5.
We got a speed boost to Cat. Who is it going to be? TM steps out, sees a flashbang being thrown. Pex is there, and if he had a flashbang out, probably there was a support player behind him. So that means TM's like, I'm out of here. I did my job. I'm out. Smoke for the Cat, and Moses will take up an aggressive position on the catwalk. We have a slowdown here, and you want to finish that thought from last round?
I was just saying, you know, that 2-for-1 trade, and then they continued with their guns. The promises that they did buy, they were able to just use that to their advantage and push the round. But like you said, they're U5 doing some cheeky moves here, especially with that boost Cat, quick boost, and it's working out well for them.
You know what is working out well for them is aggressive play all around the map. TST cannot get settled into their spots where they want to work, and in maybe 2 rounds they make an adjustment and they start playing further back, they start waiting for pushes. But U5, they're making it difficult to anticipate the pushes. You saw TST in the 2nd round wait for them, in the 3rd round wait for them, and this round they were sort of playing aggressive since they've been kind of cowherded into believing that they were safe. Look at the results. Pretty good mind games from U5.
Yeah, and we even talked about how, you know, the stream team is going to try, you know, poking around the map looking for play styles and see who's playing weak, but U5 is actually playing very aggressively in certain spots, and they're actually doing very different things across the map, as we saw with that fast cat, and, you know, waiting, not sending 2 people long every time, and, you know, 2-man pushing long, or doing different things. They're not doing anything consistent, which is kind of a strange thing way to describe it, but I mean, it's something that it's going to make it hard for the stream team to identify these things and take advantage of them.
Also important to note is that a lot of their pushes are supported by a 2nd player, which is a good way to have an insurance policy here. Adren runs right down mid, and if he just got there like a second sooner, he would have seen, look to your right, TM, there it is. Adren saw him. They both registered their presence at the same time, and TM just had the larger caliber weapon and the faster aim. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the play for U5 is now rewarding them on the disadvantageous side. Spray there. You can't control it not that many times against that many people. Moses will spray. Will find nobody on that box. And I think, yeah, the stream team will now recoil. They couldn't actually capture the gun that they dropped, which is a bit frustrating because they're out in open space by the Humvee, but they can still look for somebody to rotate to fill the spot. Now, you kill that player at mid, CTs will always try to fill that mid control spot because it's a critical spot to have, and you can see that Paulie is waiting to combat XP3 through this door, who picks up a piercing kill onto Statutory Ape. They are smartly looking for that kill. They may not get it, however, because XP3 is spamming through the door, and you don't have the same firepower as him. One left, it's number 6, it's Pauly. Comes up to the top of the bricks, looks at the platform, and is blown away. TM started the round and also ended it.
Yeah, so one thing they could have picked up there from that round is that U5 is sort of playing a double look mid. I mean, they have one person there, and then they have a guy who plays, you know, A ramp or CT spawn. And essentially, if they have that information, then they should be able to, you know, take Cat easily. Of course, they got to be on the lookout for U5 doing an aggressive boost or a 2-man stack, or even take long.
Again.
Yeah.
We have a sprint into Catwalk. I was actually going to ask you whether or not that was a viable thing to keep on doing, because they've done it now 3 times, and TST's maybe seen it twice. I don't know how far you can get into the game while keep pressing. Like, if you have ops in your inventory, and they're doing a good job of suppressing TST by keeping their economy down, you can't really press that Cat because you're going to lose that battle. A2Z hits a nice headshot. Storm goes down. There are 3 players left for U5, and they're all out of position. TST's not really adjusting to it. I don't think they realized how open B is, so they're still waiting, and they're trying to figure out whether or not they have purchase at A. Whoa, pitch shot. XP3 hits Pauly as he was crossing, low in the pit. 3 alive, and they're all at mid, congregating, trying to figure out if they can walk through, and they may go back-to-back against walls and try to slide out toward mid. Is this the right play?
I mean, they did lose their man at A, who would have, you know, forced the guys on plat to go more towards Cat, which then if they went, they could have pre-naded it and probably taken Cat, so I think they had to go for something here. And smirking off CT spawn since they knew Moses was in that vicinity was probably a good try.
Moses doesn't care. He's spraying the entire thing, and he's done significant damage to Pex, who gets shot down at the double doors, and he gets traded by Adren, who has the bomb. Will try to plant at default. 2 CTs left. They're both at mid, and I think they'll both try to come in through the window and the door. Adren knows he has to get an early kill, and our clutcher has to be him. Our number 7, who we follow now, has to deal with somebody early and not try to fight the 2-on-1. Strangely enough, he's just waiting. He's waiting to play them both at the same time. It may be his undoing, or he could just turn around, do a 180, and turn this into a 1-on-1. 1-on-1 with Moses, who is frustrated. He can't seem to get Adren out of his hiding position. Here it is. Here is the rope-a-dope. No kill available for Moses as Adren just keeps kiting him like an MMO boss. Will he have enough time to defuse? Not at all.
Yeah, and I've actually seen Adren before talk about how he likes to play pretty much on that plant spot because no one expects you to be there. And right there, he was playing essentially the same angle, but just on top of the boxes. So if he got that kill in window, then he could do exactly what he just did with, you know, faking out the last player, going in and out of the window crack, and just making it hard for him to kill him. And then he just has to waste his time chasing him while the bomb ticks down. So, I mean, that was a great play by Adren.
You can almost feel the frustration from Moses going back and forth through the door, being like, I know where you are, I just can't shoot you.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating.
If only he could do that Wanted movie, the bending the bullets thing with Angelina Jolie. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, sadly.
Was that? Well, that was hey, I like that movie.
It was a terrible movie.
4 in mid, and the bomb is not down there. The bomb is at top mid, controlling with a little bit of vision to support players in case they get pushed, and the first exchange leaves Statutory 8 lead at about 3 HP. Walked away very, very wounded. So the entire game right now for the stream team is not about ISO play, is not about personnel identification. It's all about mid control. Each and every round, it's all about mid control.
Yeah, which I mean,
effective. I'm not sure if it's going to win you an entire half when you should be up by about 1 to 2 rounds.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, they've had some, you know, the eco round win from U5, and also they had to do some aggressive cat pushes, which has thrown the stream team off a little bit. But I mean, big control is usually what we see from Terra's side nowadays on Dust 2, so it's not too surprising.
We're gonna have a CT spawn jump. They did, and TM didn't see it. He peeked back in to protect himself. He can hear these gunshots though. If he runs through the smoke, he's going to find Adren looking right back at him behind the big box, and he knows, comes out pre-firing and picks up the kill. Nice play from him. 2 alive from the T's. Both of them are fairly wounded at 52 and 37 HP respectively. And they'll try to set up for the retake before the bomb is even planted. I have a hard time imagining Pex clutching this one. The number 9 is who we follow. He's surrounded on all sides and shot in the back by Moses. Here's the defuse. But monetarily, It's still a force. Nope, never mind. I thought they were about at the 3K range. I did my math wrong. They're at the 2.2 to 2.8 range. No buy this round.
Yeah, even with the bomb plant not affording, not going to be able to afford here, and I mean that's bad for the stream team because U5 is up 5-3 as we do see, and I mean this is a T-sided map, so I mean U5 is doing a great job here, and they're just going to extend the lead probably this round unless the stream team comes up with an epic eco round. But look at this, U5 going with that boost to Cat once again, and I mean they must have their economy down to know that we should be able to go for this.
A smoke to support the player who's actually peeking. TM is now protected from lower B by a smoke, and they'll come out. They've done their math, like you said, like Klopp said, and this must be a sort of an eco round. Deep flash. FP3 sails his flash behind the entire TST team. It doesn't matter because the shots are all on point. Moses has 3 and 4. Look at that, 6-3.
Wow. A nice hold. Moses picking up 4 and XP3 picking up 1. And, they went through mid and saw that the stream team wasn't there, so I think, it pretty much left them to believe that they're either B tunnels, which we'll see them coming up lower B soon to, do their set nades, or they're going to be going long, and, XP3 was there to just give them the extra vision. And, when you have 2 people on Cat and 1 person on the long platform, it's not hard to stop people rushing up with pistols,
So much for the we're not practicing, we're not trying on a map since we can't make playoffs. U5 looks like they are in shape, like they've been marathon training.
Yeah, they do. They're looking strong, and I'm wondering maybe they're starting to take it a little more seriously because, like I said, they aren't really the most consistent.
We're not starting that story again. Every season, we're like, are they about to try again? Is Fraud back? Are they gonna be a top? No, we're not doing that.
Not doing it?
You can't get me like that. Not again.
It might be the season, man. Come on.
Dren looking for the sort of pseudo entry. Comes up firing, just trying to see if anybody's close. Here's a bullet, and he uses that information to tell players, okay, he's got to be close to these tracers, so let's back him out with a flashbang and charge him. Plan executed perfectly. XP3 falls for the bait. Is the bait, really, because the rest of the team now has to close in around the stream team. They'll close on the platform very slowly, not even with the bomb, because they think that somebody might be... Oh, Pex had the perfect drop on TM. Oh, Moses steps up over the top of the Xbox and finds Pauly waiting for him. They didn't bring the bomb with them. They've wasted a lot of time. U5 is sort of surrounding them, but it doesn't really matter. At every point, the stream team is cutting out their rotates, and how important is it to get out into the choke points to make it difficult to get into a site? We're about to find out after our number 3 either has the most epic clutch or fails. Warden steps to the bricks, doesn't land a shot, and gets blown apart.
I mean, I went to say I'm power, but it's because that's how Dren's logo. The stream team, like you said, they did a good job of cutting out the rotates. I mean, they did only really commit 1 man to each spot to do it, so it was a little odd that the U5 couldn't still get in there, because they had 3 people going catwalk and then 1 person going long, which the guy long actually did get the kill on Pauly. So I mean, they were secure there. So the 3 men going cat should have been able to pick up the kill onto the guy who was defending Cat for the stream team, but unfortunately they couldn't do it. And after they get the bomb planted and set up, then I mean it's really hard to take the site back.
TM moves up to his aggressive Cat position, thinking that nobody saw it last round, so I'm going to try it this round. Let's see if I can tuck into this doorway and catch somebody by surprise, and Moses will support him from his left. Good positioning here. You can see the stream team is very aware of how United 5 has been playing aggressively. They stood back at the back of the long doors. They stood back way back at T-spawn, thinking that we can't get caught off guard. Still, a lot of damage dealt. An assist from XP3 to finish that one up, and Storm is traded out as a result. Still, Statutory 8 gets dinked, and TM wants to get an aggressive kill. Steps up next to the smoke in that little crease. And in lower B, may pick up Pex. Can't control his M4A1, unfortunately. 2 deaths, and the entry fragger from last round, Dren, who was so good at the top of the catwalk, is down. Trade there. TM, after doing some significant wet work, is down. Only 1 left for the T's. It's Pauly who fights now at mid, looking up at Cat, kind of pinched in between him. He saw XP3, and he needs to hit a very clean burst without taking any damage if he wants to have a fair shot at this, because he might get shot in the back later on. Moses just showed his little green beret. I don't think Pauly noticed. 25 seconds remaining. The play has to happen now. Pauly knows it, and his team, no doubt, is calling out in their team speaker mumble, get moving, go get the bomb plant. It's going to be a force plant. You got to go. He's going to molly his own plant position, so that's not good. In fact, that's very bad. Yeah. Force plant and Moses here on the scene. Here's the one-on-one. Pauly looks to his left and then to his right. He knows he has two positions that he needs to account for. If he can early kill, one-on-one situation for Pauly. It's redemption time. And above the 2 box is his final opponent. XP3 dances with him. Our clutcher is now XP3 with his op, has the shot and misses it. We should go to our number 1, but it's just too much fun to watch Pauly on the clutch. He's just not hitting his shot, and neither is XP3. Still enough time to defuse with a kit. And we'll call that a clutch, though it was a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Pauly should have had that, especially when XP3 had to commit to the close range with the pistol against the AK. It should have been an easy one for Pauly, unfortunately. I mean, and despite that, look at Pauly's score. He's still the top fragger for the stream team, so, I mean, he's still playing very well. One thing I want to comment on, though, is Moses and TM's duo cat performance. I mean, those guys are playing really, really well on cat.
Oh, it's so good.
And they're giving, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much destroying the stream team's focus on mid, because they're doing good flashes, good pushes, and it's really just messing up everything that the stream team is trying to do in middle. Which, wow.
TM doesn't even know how he picked up that second kill. It was a stray errant M4A1 bullet. Continue, please.
I was going to say, yeah, and, you know, I'm surprised that the stream team isn't doing more pre-nades on the cat to try to stop these guys, because they are playing very aggressively.
Again, they've been in situations where they can't afford every single luxury, and sometimes that flash, that double flash, and the smoke is such that they can't afford what they want. But yeah, of course, TM is destroying us. Guys, let's make a little note in our notebooks. TM is destroying us. Can we nade him? Can we fire him?
TM, I mean, look, TM and Moses both on the top with the top frags here. 13-7 for TM and 14-6 for Moses. I mean, you can see the emphasis of the stream team's rounds have been going to A for the most part, because that's where all these 3 players are playing, who have the top scores here for E5.
Yeah, Adren's first triple peek out at long was a failed experiment with his deagle, and subsequently 3 more terrorists fell, and a 4th one will join them. A2Z makes it the 5th death of the round, 9-4. Our traditional split here is 9-6-ish on T side, so something has gone awry.
Yeah, U5 is already having a great CT sided half. I mean, to go, you know, reverse the score lines on this map, that's pretty tough to do. So I mean, they're doing great, and I mean, going into the T side, they got some good momentum going here, and I mean, you know, the 2 players on cat don't really seem to be getting stopped anytime soon. So I mean, if they could keep this up, I think they could increase their lead by, you know, at least, I think they could probably win this out here and make it 11-4.
It could just be that way, and that would make this maybe not a real contest by the time we get to the second half. I sincerely hope that's not the case, and I think the stream team also hopes that. They brought down XP3, who was at the 1 box, possibly back at the Goose, and Moses will trade for his teammate back at the Cat. So only one direction for, I think, the entire stream team entry. Yeah, and they'll leave 1 down at long to prevent the long retake, which I think Pex has won that battle. TM turns to find his opponent, brings down that long player. 2 on the platform, now just 1. It's Pauly, who had his chance before. His moment in the sun is spoiled again by the same player, Moses. It's going to be 10-4, and like you said, if they have to eco after this round, it's going to be a forced buy, obviously, yeah.
But their money is going to be short. They did get the bomb plant, but well, actually, they should be fine. They should be fine to pick up
economy is a little bit frugal,
yeah.
so they can
I just saw the end of the round money was extremely low, and the last time they got a bomb plant, they were still pretty short. So, but I think they've actually lost quite a few rounds, so they should have some losing bonus streak going with it as well. So yeah, they should be looking good here. Obviously, they're a little short in terms of nades. But really, I mean, if they don't stop these cat pushes, I mean, that's really just gonna be... It's already done the damage.
Look at this. The head stack on the catwalk. 2 CTs looking down into lower B. Nobody's down there, but it is cool nonetheless. XP3 walks away wounded. TM finds the first. Looks to peek out at mid toward the Xbox, and if he did, he'd have 2 more Ts to kill as Storm and Moses pick up the catwalk players. 1 left for the stream team, and he's not having a good time. Pex is the only one left versus 4 United 5 players who just seem to be unanimously on fire. We'll follow him for the remainder of the round. Know that you're watching a doubleheader. There may be a triple header, and we've got a lot of matches coming up that are all on CSGOLounge.com, so maybe you have your bets in. By the way, can I stop the pretense? Can we do a triple header? Do you mind?
If you want.
Okay, we're just gonna do complexity management after this one. Why not? Let's just turn off the logos. How about that?
Just turn off the logos and do it kind of casual.
Yeah, we just pretend like
Maybe we'll just spectate the game live. Spectate it.
yeah,
Yeah, we're just it's a viewer party, right?
yeah. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Please don't yell at us, Spangler. 11-4 was your halftime score. You're watching CEVO TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. And it's going to be tough sledding for the stream team. How do you come back from this on defense?
Wow, it's going to be tough. It's obviously going to start off with having to get a pistol around, but then from there on out, I mean, you pretty much just got to play lights out and shut down each of your lanes. I mean, if wherever the terrorists come, you got to get at least you got to make sure you trade out at least 1-to-1. 2-for-1 is always, of course, better. But yeah, I mean, if they can't hold their spots, then that's what the comeback's going to happen.
Okay, so it all falls upon this pistol round, and it didn't go the way that TST wanted it to start because it's like systematic extermination. It's all gone. Hope is slowly fading. United 5 is 12 to the stream team's 4.
And that should I mean, should everything go correctly for United 5, they should end up with 14 here after these next 2 rounds. I mean, we could see an eco from the stream team like we saw from U5 last half, but it's difficult. So let's see what the stream team has in store, if they're going to do any stacks here. It looks like a 2-1-2 that we've seen before, so I mean, pretty safe play.
Does this surprise you? Dust 2, everybody knows Dust 2. There's no secret to this map. Is this a little bit surprising?
Not really. I think
a
they know
walkthrough
that
smoke
U5 wants
surprising?
to flex their muscle with their guns, so they want to have at least 2 people in each site to try to get the most for their pistol trades.
Walking through smoke is surprising, so XP3 didn't do it. He actually found the crease to the left, found Statutory Ape, got a kill, then was traded out by Adren. The rest of the CT team now filing through the door without any flashing. So without any teams to flash back in and no armor, your chances of beating out these rifles and armored out Ts is very, very low. A2Z is the last. Our number 8 is who we follow, who retreats back toward mid. There's a gun down on the map, but it's in B, so he's just out and saving his CZ unless he gets shot. Oh, nice. CZ, too powerful.
CZ is too powerful. I think he's out of ammo, though. that's the one flaw about the CZ. Anyways, he probably got like 5 bullets left.
Nah, he's got a mag. He's got a mag -1.
Oh, he does have a mag. I'm blind, apparently, and don't look at ammo.
This bomb will detonate. 3 Ts will survive. 2 forced rebuys, I don't feel is too much of a victory.
No, it really isn't. I mean, with how it's going and with the current score line, I mean, only forcing 2 rebuys isn't really a victory on that eco. I mean, you pretty much had to get that round win to, get some momentum back and get some cash flowing for your team. 2 kills isn't going to do that. So, I mean, they are still in trouble here.
I'm thinking I'm cooking up every scenario in my head where the stream team could come back for some major rounds and then start stringing together the momentum to get back into this game, but the more I think about it, the more hopeful and wishful and wistful each one of my scenarios becomes. United 5 just looks too good today, and it is stemmed by the play of TM and Moses on Catwalk. It really was them that was the catalyst for all of this success.
Yeah, because I mean, like we talked about, the stream team was focusing on mid control, and I mean, with those two players pushing and being that aggressive on Catwalk, and the stream team just had no answer for it, and it was destroying every strat that they were trying to pull off. So I mean, huge plays by U5 on that first half.
Specifically, this round, they walked in treating it as if it was a gun round. They peeked long, they found nobody there, so they didn't waste any of their nades. They literally walked all the way to the cross without using a single flash, a single smoke. And by the time Statutory Ape turned around, his entire enemy team was right next to him. They shot him, entered the site, won that round with ease. It's 14-4. United 5 now sits on the tie points.
Yeah, and I mean, the stream team is honestly just looking at a win-out situation here. I mean, I hate saying this, but I don't see it happening. I mean, T-side of map, U5 on a roll, it's going to be hard for the stream team. I mean, they just got to get a massive amount of rounds in a row here to stop them, or at least destroy their confidence a little bit in finishing. But I mean, these entries from U5 are just so good, as we just saw.
A long distance flash from the palm for TM as he came through the door, lands him his entry frag. Hex will charge through the smoke, find Moses, and have Warden waiting for him at the DDs. A2T comes charging around the corner, almost lost his battle right there to Warden before making sure that last shot did him in. 2 players left. We'll have United 5 sailing onto the game points. God, everything that I wanted to happen, it just kind of fell apart that round. As a caster, you want to be as bipartisan as possible. It's just that every once in a while, United 5 looks like world beaters, and that happens to be today.
Yeah, as we saw XP3 get a pick through the door right there to just add insult to injury. But I mean, and how we're left off here, the stream team had to obviously force buy since United 5 is on match point here. But I mean, they're left with just Fomuses and Statutory has a pistol. So
look at this again. Nobody's covering long, so they don't use any nades. They'll just hug the wall, not until just then when Adren sees him, calls his teammate over from Cat, please help me, I've got so many people here. They're going to try to pierce this 2-box that I'm behind, which is definitely pierceable, by the way. And he still managed to walk away with a kill. Adren holds his own, and he forces the T's to have to dive for this bomb. Warden's flashbang and can't see his enemies or the bomb. Still picks up Adren. Comes up, picks it up, will start to back out. The long-distance back pedal is going to get him shot in the back, and he somehow makes it out. Still fights out in open space. Storm has a nade kill. Paulie goes down, and he was rotating over from his position. No decision yet on the bomb side of choice. Storm is just finding extra rotator kills. Everybody's dying. United 5 is ripping this back from the hands of the stream team, and it just seems like for today that they are snake bitten. This final round will be on Pex to win it. Otherwise, it's going to be United 5 win. And after this, we'll go to Complexity and Manajuma, I guess.
Yeah, they still got a smoke for the cross here, so Pex probably won't get a kill as they do cross to go plant. If he does decide to go man mode and push through the smoke and try to just sneak a kill, actually he's not going to do this.
No, he won't. He's in the window. Our number 9 is Pex. He wants to go through this window. He doesn't want to go through that smoke, and he's just trying to soundbait now. Close corner underneath him is 1T, and Storm, the other, is in the closets. There it is. There's the round. United 5 wins it to the tune of 16-4. You're watching CEVO TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. Let's get her done. Next game coming. Let's change the title. It's been a long time.
What is the next game?
Cole versus Manajuma, I guess.
Cole versus Manajuma.